Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Tony T. Now it's time for our MLB 3-pack with Ramon Scott. You'll find his pre and plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. He has been on a tear over the last 7 days, 913 units of profit. All talking over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's bring Ramon in right now. Ramon, what's going on?
Yeah, Tony, good night of playoff action here, and we're getting ready for Friday to get ready for a weekend of Major League Baseball and continued playoffs. Should be a good weekend, ready to go here on a Friday.
Friday night action here. 15-game card here from MLB. We begin here with Royals and Angels. Royals $1.25 on the road, total 8.5.
Yeah, Royals just closed out a 10-4 win, Tony, just before we hit the air here, and a couple of home runs in the third inning, couple of two-run homers. Royals doesn't look too fluky at this point, especially if they can just continue to play well here in the first half and take advantage of situations like this here on the road, laying a little bit of a modest price, I'd say. Maybe it'll be run up here, I would think, after catch wind of the way they blasted them here. Tony, Angels in a bad way, and we got the news, I think, from Trout. He's going to opt for surgery rather than wait at this point. I think that was just came out today, so we'll see moving forward. Really bummer here as Angels just can't get a restart going at all. It seems like at 14-24, and Royals have practically the opposite record. Griffin Canning here for the Angels. Tony 6.69 ERA. The Angels 2-5 with Canning starting, and Marsh for Kansas City's done a nice job, man. 5-0 with a 3-0, and the Royals are 5-0 with Marsh. 2.7 ERA, 204 batting average against Royals pitching. Tony, impressive, allowing just 3.4 runs per game, and the Angels nearly, maybe even a little more, a run and a half higher at this point. I'm going to keep going with these Royals. They're fun.
Ramon Scott, click the link below for his best bets, Royals and Angels. It'll be Royals here, -125, -130. Do the line shopping, get the best numbers. All right, we'll continue on here, guys. Also, when you get to Ramon's page, use promo code TONYT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all Ramon's pre and plays as well as best bets. All right, let's continue here on our MLB 3-pack here with Ramon as we get ready here for the next game here on the board. And it will be Dodgers at Padres. The Dodgers $1.65 with a total of 8.
Hey, Tony, Padres are in right now. Playoff starter. They're right there in that last wild card. So, yeah, I've been hard on them, but I just I do think they're probably slotted where they probably should be at this point. They've got a pretty good club, and they've made some good decisions. I'm a pro Preller guy. I think, there are some limitations. I mean, they had some issues in the last season or two. They still do, but getting King here has been a pretty good move for him. His numbers aren't great, 4.29 ERA, but 233 batting average against. He looks the part there on the mound, given the role that he's been assigned here with the Padres. I don't know, if anything, Tony might be facing the man who he replaced in the rotation. So it is a big drop-off with Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers. He's on fire, obviously, with a 6-1 record, 2.7 ERA, one of the best pitchers in the National League now. So, he wasn't washed up or anything when he was with the Padres. He just did a good job, got into some games where it didn't work out for him in some high-leverage spots, but ends up in a great spot here. And well, Tony, I just think it'll be an under in this one. I don't want to say anything here, but Padres right now in these games here, pitching pretty well. I don't know if the numbers necessarily indicate it with Glasnow. You're going to get a great outing, I'm sure. Dodgers 6-9 to the under on the road, and in that May air here, let's take the under with the Padres and the Dodgers on Friday night.
All right, Ramon Scott, click the link below for his premium picks. Dodgers and Padres going under total of 8 runs. Hey, guys, be sure to use that promo code TONYT at checkout. You'll save that 20% off Ramon's premium pick packages. We'll continue here on our rundown from Major League Baseball here as we get ready for the next game. I'll make this note here. Cardinals, a stupid firing. The Padres, a smart hiring on the manager there. All right, let's continue here on the rundown here from Major League Baseball as we get ready here for the next game here on the board. And it will be this one here. Reds and Giants, and we see the Giants $1.50, total 7.5.
Yeah, that's a segue, Tony, right there, because you talked about that, and I could talk about Bob Melvin, and I kind of wonder still. I was hot on Melvin when the Padres got him, and I'm glad he's with the Giants now. Look, I'm not saying he didn't do a good job. Maybe this is the best spot for Bomel. Good for him, and maybe they'll get back at it. I mean, the Giants are kind of already doing what they did before with Bomel, and I'm going to take an under here. The Giants are 5-15-1 to the under as a favorite, and they go with Logan Webb, a 3.5 ERA, just a 3-3 record so far, but I think we could trust Webb here to be on the improve against the Cincinnati lineup that goes on the road. It's a little different with them. They've got Abbott here going 3.32 ERA, just 1-4 record so far for Abbott, but 2-4-1 to the under so far in Abbott starts, and he is allowing a 229 batting average against so far. The series has gone under in 5 straight as we get ready to roll here this weekend. So I'm going to start it off with an under here with Cincinnati and San Francisco on Friday night.
All right, Ramon Scott here, Reds and Giants to go under total of 7.5 runs. All right, we got our 3-pack here for Ramona set here for you here for the Friday action. Now it's time to turn our attention over to TonySpicks.com here for Friday. As we can see here, Ramona's on a tear here, 913 units of profit here. All sports combined the last 7 days, 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. We also have a couple on the board, NHL as well as NBA. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Should be a good card of Friday night playoff action with our 4 games. We'll get back at it here for the weekend. It's a great time to grab that 3-day pass, of course, and roll through Friday, Saturday, Sunday with me over at Tony'sPicks.com and get my premium picks for this weekend in those major sports. And, of course, Major League Baseball as well. Full weekend action. You talked about some of the series getting underway. The Angels series got underway with Kansas City, but you know what I mean. It's time for the weekend, so I'll be rolling in premium picks. And if you get a 3-day pass, probably I would imagine close to 30 picks. If you time it right, you can even stretch it out through Monday a little bit late towards hard, Tony. Since we have mostly hard, of course, on Friday, you can kind of come in with the card unless you're eager or need to have the information early, and you kind of stretch it out and get my information through the early releases on Monday. So could be looking at as many as more than 35 picks. So I think that's a pretty good rate. Take the 20% off. I use the code Tony T at checkout. So you see the rate there at $99 for the weekend. Take 20% off of that. You're going to get, I'm sure of it, Tony. We don't guarantee this type of stuff, but at least 30, if not 35 or more selections for that price over this weekend with me, high volume handicapper Ramon Scott, coming in with a pretty strong week so far, popping up on those leaderboards a little bit, and we're going to have a good weekend. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can always get the single day passes if you want, 3-game, 5-game, 7-game with a discount best bet, and still use that promo code Tony T at checkout. But this is a great time to get those longer packages, including that 3-day, of course, the 7-day, 30-day available as well. I don't mind if you want to come aboard and see what all the hype is about when you talk about the day in and day out, right? I mean, it's great. Hey, grab that 7-pack. We roll a big day. I'm really happy. Thank you. But you want to see how we do it day in and day out. Always write up the games a little bit and get you some information too that'll help you in your own handicapping, because hey, it's not always about the sides and totals. You want to play some of those other plays, but I give you a great feel for what I know about the games just sitting here in the satellite studios, Tony, watching all the action, getting ready for a great weekend. So hit me up over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Get over Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com to see the great results from Ramon over the last 7 days. 913 units of profit. Get to Ramon's page right now by clicking the link in the description and land right here and get on board with Ramon. You guys, like I said, love that 3-day pass here on the weekend. All the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, those big 15-game cards from Major League Baseball, peripheral sports with European soccer. There is a UFC fight night on Saturday. You know, Ramon's connected with some pretty smart people in the UFC. handicapping world, and you all get some plays possibly here from the USC with Ramon. And there you go here on the 3-day pass. And you can also use that promo code TonyT at checkout, save that 20% off. Access Ramon's page. Just click the link in the description. You'll land right here and go ahead and get signed up. All right. Ramon also hosts the Morning Steam, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Every day here on a Tony Speaks YouTube channel, a pick from every game from the major board. So make sure you guys subscribe, get that notification so you're there with them and getting those picks. He also takes the picks from the chat. It's very much interactive with Ramon and the chat. So the chat is part of the show as well. So you guys are welcome to post your picks and get involved in that Morning Steam show. So tune in live here, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And I'll also make note, since we're shooting these videos for our on-demand audience, so views may not, if you happen to miss the show, can't watch it live, well, it archives immediately. The great engineers at YouTube have designed a great archive system. Once this live show is over, it's available for viewing almost immediately. And of course, I don't see too many games at all. So pretty much the entire card here will be actionable. So if you listen on your lunch hour, your drive home from work, take a listen. Actionable plays on the Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. For Ramon, I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you tomorrow.